Good morning everyone, and welcome to Friday's class. Hope you all had a pleasant enough week and ready to enjoy the weekend ahead. Okay, so just again to let you know, the dog hasn't been behaving, so if he walks in front of the camera screen, he's just letting us know that he's here. Anyway, turn the palms down, lengthen up the spine, closing the eyes. Take a long deep breath in and exhale. So let's start by allowing ourselves to arrive to our mat this morning. Feel that length of your spine, the softness of your shoulders. Settling into the physical aspect of yourself. So be aware of the space that you've created in your homes. Feeling the texture of your mat under your feet, your shins, your sit bones. Allow yourself to feel that rhythm of your breathing through your belly, your rib cage. Allow yourself to feel the shoulder blades, the arms. Soften the back of the head, relax the facial muscles. Relax the thumb in the mouth, the eyes and the sockets. So as you feel your physical body almost surrendering to the practice, begin to notice your energy drawing inwards. And just seeing here how your energy is today. Is there much? Is it tight? Is it fluid energy? Is it bountiful or is it a little bit low? Then begin to notice your thought patterns. What we're saying to ourselves, how we're talking to ourselves. So important, especially at this time, that we talk ourselves up. Our thoughts are like the seeds for what happens in our lives. So bringing in that positive spin on things can really help physically, emotionally. And then be aware of how you feel today. And accepting whatever's there, acknowledging it. And then be aware of any connection you have with this space, with the energy of nature, the earth, the universe. Whatever that stronger presence is for us in our lives. As you settle here, just gently draw your attention to the heart space. And in this space, allowing yourself to plant an intention for this morning's practice. An intention for whatever you'd like to bring into your life today. Maybe even carrying it through over the weekend. Maybe it's the same intention you've carried for a few weeks. Take a long, deep breath in. And as you breathe in, just start to breathe into a count of 4. Pause for 4. Exhale for 4. Pause for 4. Inhale for 4. Pause for 4. Exhaling for 4. Pause for 4. Inhaling 4. Pause 4. Exhaling 4. Pause 4. Inhaling 4. Pause 6. Exhale 8, or as close to it as you can get. Pause 4. Inhaling 4. Pause 6. Exhaling 8. Pause 4. Inhaling 4. Pause 6. Exhale 8. Pause 4. And just let your breath come back to neutral. So when we practice our pranayama, our breathing exercise, we draw the energy into our bodies, circulate a little bit better, but we also exercise the lungs. It's like wakening them up. Take a long deep breath in. Exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Open the eyes. Inhale, lift the head and neck. Wonderful. Let's float the hands up. Create that length through the spine, soften through the shoulders, and then exhale, come forward and just see how your hips are on this side this morning. Keep softening them down to the earth. Noticing if it's tight on one side, how the lower back is doing. And then walking it in and just swapping over whatever leg you had in front, changing it around. Breathing as you sit up nice and tall, interlace your hands, pressing them up. So again, keep the shoulders away from the ears, draw the belly in and up, have the lungs and the rib cage kind of connecting, but dropping down so that the lower ribs connect with the hips. And then exhale, twist to the left, right hand on your left knee, left hand behind you, rotate. Breathe again, opening up those vertebrae along the lower back, the mid back, the upper back. Come back to center, and opposite side, breathe as you rotate. Breathing, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms. So draw the elbows back, almost like you want to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Breathe as you feel like there's space. And then extend the hands nice and long. Opening up, creating space. Draw your right hand across your body, and you're just going to bring your left hand up and under, and just gently open the shoulder as you look over the right shoulder. Be very soft here, big socket in the shoulder, so just be mindful of it. Breathe. Release as you open it out again. And then this time left arm under, right arm. And breathe. Looking over that shoulder again. Is one side a little bit tighter? Is there more space, less? Release as you come back to center. Opening nice and wide. Extend the hands up, bring that right hand down and use your left hand just to open up that shoulder. Again, just gently drawing the hand down the back, feeling that space that's there. Breathing into your body. Extend both hands up, opposite side, left hand down. Use your right hand to see, can you get a little bit further down your shoulder blades on that side? And maybe one side is a little tighter than the other. Breathe. Extending up and fold forward. See how the hips are here as you surrender down. Noticing changes. Is it the same? How much space do you have here? And then coming up, we're going to start off class today just lying down on our backs. So as you lie down, just feel that stretch as you lengthen the heels away, pressing through the heels and extending the hands nice and long. Just feel this length. And then exhale, you're going to release your hands down by your side and bring your right knee into your chest. Take a moment to hug it in. Breathe. Try to lengthen out through the left foot. If this is too much, you can have the left leg bent. If we can, straighten it. The hands then come back down to the mat. Extend your left leg up. And you're just going to do anti-clockwise circles with your right leg. Breathing as you press into the left leg to keep you stable. Just getting into that hip socket. And then come back to center and you're going to move clockwise. Breathe. Big circles in that joint, feeling a little bit of synovial fluid starting to be released. Notice how heavy your leg might feel. And then come back to center, take a hold of the back of the knee and just start to draw your leg in. You can just stay here if we can walk the hands up. Walk the hands up, keep the left leg connected, either foot down or leg extended. And just draw that leg in. Opening up through the hamstrings, stay with your breath. And then exhale, release your right leg down. And bring the left knee in. A little bit of a squeeze to start as you extend your right heel away from you. Drawing that left knee in. Hands by your side, extend your leg up. Let's start with that anti-clockwise, breathing as you rotate. You might hear clicking or creaking on one side versus the other, just noticing. As big a circle as you can feel, but with control, don't just let it roll out. And then the opposite direction. As big as you can make that circle. Excellent. Come back to center. Take the back of the thigh. Draw the leg in. If you can work it up, but keep your right leg planted or right foot on the ground. Bent knee. Really extending to open up that hamstring. And slowly lower that leg down. Breathe as you feel a little bit of action, a little bit of mobility here. Extend both legs up to the ceiling. Again, any back issues, you can bend your knees and have your hands under your bum. Otherwise, keep your legs extended and hands by your side. Extend evenly through both legs. Release your right leg down, but don't drop it to the mat. And then lift it back up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Starting to wake up the core. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Left leg, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Both legs up, hug your knees in. Stay with your breathing. Extend your legs, hands by your side, again underneath your bum if you need to, otherwise by the side. Inhale both legs down, just to hover off the ground. Exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. Bend your knees if it's too much. Inhale down, exhaling up, inhale down, exhale up. Stay with it. Waking up our core, which is the center point for all our practice. Breathe. Last one. Inhale. This time you're going to hover. Extend out your feet. Squeeze your belly in. Notice what's happening. Feel that involuntary quivering. Stay with it. And release. Again, feel that flush of energy. So slowly but surely notice how your body is waking up. Staying connected. So if there is back issues, hands with your thumbs under your bum, elbows planted, you're going to just exhale, lift your leg, your right leg in your chest, and inhale down. Don't drop your foot to the ground, okay? So this is as deep as it feels, and again, if this is uncomfortable, then back up. Otherwise, inhale, hands overhead. Float your right leg, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. And exhale, lift wherever you are, hold your breath, or keep breathing, hold the pose, stay with it nice and strong. And surrender down, release. Try to bring your attention more to your core and notice where that's activating through there. You'll feel energy in your hip and maybe your knee as well. But really try to draw it to the center. Engage through your core. Hands under bum or hands overhead, float the left leg. Inhale, reach, exhale, lift. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stay with it. Inhale, exhale, lift and hold, extend and breathe. Lift your chest. Squeeze your belly in. And soften. Feel that energy through the body. Stay with it. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, roll over to your right side, and keep that roll as you bring yourself around onto all fours, spreading your hands. Making sure your wrists are under your shoulders, drop your belly down, arch your back. Exhale to curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, lengthen, draw the heart forward. Exhale, come to neutral as you gaze in between your hands, curl your toes under, lift your knees off the ground, draw your belly back to thighs, and then extend all the way up into the first down dog of this practice. So roll the arms open. Let the head and neck be soft. Bend your right knee, straighten your left heel down. Bend your left and straighten your right. And then just open through the shoulders. Inhale, bring it to plank pose. Again, option to drop the knees. Holding as you release, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, open. Find your cobra, don't use your hand the first time, just use your back. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Once more, knees, arch the back, chest and chin. Inhale, scoop forward and up. Exhale, soften down for a moment. Take your hands off the mat. Imagining you've got tennis balls underneath your palms, press down. Squeeze your shoulders back, inhale, lift up. Breathe. Shoulders away from your ears. Stay with the rhythm of your breath. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, hands under shoulders, curl the toes with or without the knees. Press to plank, downward facing dog. Slowly start to walk your feet all the way forward to the front of the mat. When you get there, just hang. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Keep the chin into the chest, squeezing the belly in, and just uncurl one vertebra at a time to bring yourself all the way up to stand. So just again, just notice how your body is doing right now. What can you feel? How is your breath? Come to the front of your mat, toes touching, ankles aligned, hands in front of your heart. Remember that intention that you placed on your practice. As you inhale, draw the arms out, a little back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right foot back to the back of the mat. Keep your right knee lifted. Just drop down, draw the heart forward. Breathe, inhale, straighten up that left leg a bit. Exhale, bend. Draw the heart forward. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Plant your hands, step back, plank position. This time, knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Up dog, or cobra. And back. Take a big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Feel what's happening in your body as you come upside down. And then float your right leg up nice and high behind you. Keep the hip points facing down. And then exhale, step it in between your hands. Again, left knee stays where it is. Inhale, straighten as you fold. Exhale, deepen as you draw the heart forward. Breathing as you move. Finding that steadiness. And softening. Take one breath in. Exhale, big step forward and fold in half. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Breathe as you lengthen. Exhale, left leg back to the back of the mat. Left knee comes down. This time as we float the hands up. Inhale, exhale, release. Breathing. Staying with your breath. Inhale, cactus the arms. Rotate to the right, extend your hands, left hand down, right hand up. Open, and if you wish, you can lift that left knee off the ground. Stay with your breathing. Rotate, both hands to the earth. Step it back, plank position. Vinyasa flow. Downward facing dog. Again, start to feel your body releasing. Check in with these experiences, because this is what brings us back to the mat. That sense of letting go. That sense of really being present here, this moment. Float the left leg up. Step it in between the hands, right knee down, breathe, and soften. Where's your mind? Where are your thoughts? Keep it present. Cactus the arms, coming up a little bit, rotate to the left, extend your hands, left hand down, right hand up, and again, lifting that leg. Rotate. Breathe. Keep hugging that left knee to center. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down. Inhale, big step forward. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Samastitihi and Tadasana. Find your breath. Feel your body releasing that tension, that stress. Feel the mat under your feet. Really keeping that sense of presence. Bend your knees, touch the fingers to the earth. If you can, have your toes and ankles touching. And then float your hands up. Breathe. Lengthening. Can you sink down a little bit more? Exhale, forward fold. Flat back to look up. Exhale, step back. And again, flow through your vinyasa. Remember, always an option to stay in down dog or come to child's pose. When you're ready, lift your right leg nice and high behind you. Breathe. Exhale, step it forward in between the hands. Left heel comes down and cartwheel it up into warrior two. So softening here. Make sure your shoulders are over your hips. Focus as your front middle finger. Breathing into your body. Peaceful warrior, right palm up, left hand down. Open up through that right side waist. Exhale, come forward. Breathe, straighten up your right leg. Draw as far forward as you can to bring it into Trikonasana. Try to keep both side waists even by hugging that right hip back. Stay focused on your breath. Keep looking up to your thumb, open the heart. Now bring your gaze down as you bend into your right knee. Lower your right hand to the earth. If it's too much, just bring your right elbow to your thigh. Look up to your left hand, and then if it's there, release the left hand over the ear. So wherever you are, breathe, soften, surrender, staying with it. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, draw the left hand forward to meet the right. Oh, change the hips a little bit and lift up into your warrior one. Sinking down, drawing that left hip forward, stay with your breathing. Interlace the hands behind you and work your hands down towards your left knee as you lift up. Breathe, open, soften, inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Either side of the front foot and step it back, plank position. Stay in down dog, bring your knees to the earth or flow through your vinyasa. Come to your breath, let that guide you. When you're ready, all meeting. In downward facing dog, float your left leg up, step it forward in between your hands, right heel down. Cartwheel up into your warrior two. Breathe. Focus. Stay with your breath as you flip the left hand up. Release the right hand down and open it out. Keep sinking the hips forward. Feel into your breath. Open through that left side waist. Inhale back, warrior two. Exhale, straight. Reach as far forward as you can to surrender into your triangle, Trikonasana. Gazing at your thumb. Find your breath. Keep hugging that left hip back. Bring your head, your gaze to the earth. Bend into the left knee, elbow to thigh, or left hand to the earth. And then release the left arm over your ear. Opening, stretching, breathing, creating space. Letting go of tension, stress. Mindfully present, feel the mat under your feet. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale, sweep your right hand forward. You might need to change your stance a little bit to bring the left hips into warrior one. Keep softening down. Focus on your breath. Bring the hands behind you to interlace. Work them back towards the knees. You lift up. Inhale, exhale, both hands down. Step it back, plank position, flow through your vinyasa, and then bring your knees either side of your mat, bum back to your heels, and take a few moments in child's pose. So while we're here, surrendering in child's pose, allow yourself to remember that intention. And when you're ready, bringing it up, downward facing dog. Inhale onto your toes, bend your knees, exhale, step or hop in between your hands, lengthen and fold. Bend your knees, brush your fingers, Utkatasana, and then exhale all the way up, Samastitihi, Tadasana. Separate your feet, close your eyes. Okay, notice the sensations that are here, not just the stretching and the opening, maybe feeling tightness, but can you feel that pulsating energy in your body? The blood flowing to your fingertips, the energy around your thighs and your hips. Breathe. And then open your eyes. So bringing your hands to your hips, separate your feet about hips distance apart. So again, make sure that you really are grounded and that the knees are underneath the hips. Hands come to the hips, shift to the right, Left heel rests against the right shin. Find one thing to focus on in front of you and just keep your gaze there, helping with that concentration. Rooting down through your right foot, bring your left foot either to your calf or to the inside of your thigh. So again, keep the leg long, keep pressing the leg against the foot, foot against the leg. Hands come into prayer. And then when you're ready, lifting up. Breathing as you reach. Feel that lengthening sensation. Notice how easy or difficult it is for you today to find balance. Softening through the shoulders. Staying with your breath. And then bring your hands into your heart. Bring that knee out in front of you. Left hand comes onto your knee, right hand onto your hip. Holding here, you're going to softly bring that knee out to the side. So for one or two of us, we might be able to take yogic toe lock and stretch the leg out in front and then out to the left. Breathe, connect, work towards straight, stay with your body, stay with your breathing. If you can, extend the right hand. Feel it. Then come back to center and lower down if you haven't already fallen out. Breathe. Notice your breath. Okay, let go of whatever you built up there. Shift your weight over to the left, right heel resting against your left shin. Focus on that one spot, hands onto your hips. Bring your foot to land on your thigh, on your calf, and if it's there, the inside of your thigh. So notice the stability of one side versus the other. Bring the hands in prayer. And then float the hands up. And again, always stay with your breathing. Always stay present in your mind. Keep lengthening through the side waist. Keep softening through the shoulders. Focusing on your breath, developing that concentration. Bring the hands in prayer. Knee out in front. Left hand onto your hip, right hand onto your knee or your toes. Extend. And then bring it out to the right. Extend your left hand to the left. Straighten out that right foot as best as you can. Notice if you're wobbly today, that's okay. Breathe, focus, bring it back, and release it down. Wonderful, shaking it out. One of those days. So turn your toes out, hands onto your hips, and just gently bring it down into your squat. So as best as we can, open the hips, stay with your breathing. And just find that release in through the hips. Keep lengthening through the heart, drawing the shoulders back. Bring your hands to the earth and then softly just allow yourself to step back and flow that one out through your vinyasa. Open and breathe. Feel that sense of being upside down once more as you come forward to plank position. Left shoulder and wrist aligned, left heel to the left. You can step your right foot in front, extend your right hand if you have the space. And if it's there for you to lift, breathe, open, lengthen, and then exhale back, downward facing dog. Coming to the right side, right shoulder and wrist, right heel to the right. You can step that left foot, stack it, lift your left hand, lift your left leg. Breathe as you open. And release back. Downward facing dog. Notice your breath, stay present with it. Let's bring our knees to the ground and just soften back for a moment in child's pose. This time with your knees a little bit closer together. So this time coming up, we're going to bring our knees together and bring our feet a little bit apart and kind of come more towards the front of the mat. So for some of us, knees are a really serious issue. Put a cushion underneath your mat. You can also put a cushion here in between your thighs and your knees, okay? For some of us, if you have a block, you can just pop yourself onto a block in between your heels. Try to see, can you manipulate the muscles of the calf to move away as you sit? If this is comfortable, you can drop your block down. Always an option to use a book if you don't have a block. And just allow the thigh bones to open. So very softly surrendering down and letting that gravity pull you down. And again, just be really careful. Remember, I'm just guiding you. So if this is too much for you, just sit in Vajrasana with your knees together, or come to a cross-legged for a moment, or stay in child's pose. If this feels like it's okay, you might bring your hands behind you. Now here, lift your tailbone, press your pubic bone forward, and soften back down. And again, this feels like it might be too much or it's enough. If we can, we might come down onto the elbows. Just keep pressing that pubic bone up. And for some of us, you might be able to lower all the way down onto the earth. Go for it. Just remembering any injuries on your knees, your back. Be really mindful wherever you are. Keep tilting the pelvis up. Stay with your breath. Focus. And then bring your chin in. Walking it in, hands come to the earth. And then slowly sitting back again between the heels. If this is too much, please bring the knees together. Put a cushion in between and just sit. Wherever we are, feeling the support if we need it, we're going to bring our hands nice and wide. Right arm underneath your left. Take the shoulders, back of the hands. We all know this one. Lift up, draw forward, press the elbows in. Breathe as you open through the back body. Lift your belly in and up towards your heart. Focus on your breath. Allow those quads to stretch. And then open out. Change it over opposite side. Breathing. Lifting. And then releasing that out. Super, hands to the earth. Come back onto your knees. And then very slowly start to straighten out your legs. One at a time. And bring it back, downward facing dog. Staying with your breath. So you don't want to move your hands. So look at your hands, see them rooted here. Keep them where you are. You're going to release your right elbow down, your left. Lift your right elbow up and then your left. Right elbow, then left, and then the same one up. Okay? For this next one, we're going to release both elbows down at the same time. Grip into your mat and see about lifting both up at the same time. Again, stay in your down dog position, both elbows down. And both elbows up. Let's try one more, both elbows down. And both elbows up. Knees to the earth, bum back to heels. Bring your hands back towards your heels, soften through your shoulders. Child's pose. Feel your mat underneath. Notice your breathing. Extend your hands and bring it into your downward facing dog. Okay, this time we're going to release both elbows down. You're going to keep your hands where they are, so spreading them nice and wide. Staying with it, root down through the elbows and start to walk your feet in towards the elbows. Now look at your thumbs and just stay here. Feel that energy in your arms. If you feel like you have energy, you can lift your right leg up. Release it down, lift your left leg up. Release it down. And then release your knees. And again, child's pose. Feel that shift of energy onto your shoulders. Breathing. Connecting. Walking your hands back, let's curl your toes under. And as you walk back, just bring your knees nice and wide. So in this position, you're just trying to drop your heels to the ground as you soften your chest down. Really getting into the body. Feeling yourself surrendering. Then you're going to walk your hands back, fingers as wide as your mat. You're going to lift your knees up. See, can you get your hands even closer? Widen the knees and just plant them into your upper arms. Now, squeeze the knees in and press the arms out. So you have that traction. Look to the front of your mat, shift your weight, and maybe see about lifting one leg. Maybe we can lift two. Start to work at straightening the arms, squeeze the belly. Stay with your breath. And then lower down. And let's release just into your squat. Hands in prayer. Breath is steady. So notice where your mind goes when you stop. And you release it a little more. Staying with it. Bring your hands to the earth. And walk it out into your downward facing dog. And again, fluid movement through your vinyasa. Let it go. Inhale, let's come forward to plank. Knees, chest and chin. Lower yourself all the way down. Make a pillow with your hands. Left cheek on the ground. And just soften. Notice how your body is doing. Stay with your breath. And then bring your hands down by your side, forehead on the ground. Let's bring the legs in. As you reach the hands back, keeping the forehead on the earth, press the pubic bone down. And then from here, stretch the hands back, lift the chest, head and neck. And then if it's there, lift the legs. Breathe as you open through the back, stretching, finding space. Lifting up. Exhale, release down, make a pillow, left cheek out, right cheek down. Let it all go. Surrendering in. Excuse me, staying with your breathing. Chin to the earth. Try to see, can you zip your legs together. Hands come back to interlace behind you. Roll your shoulders open. Press your pubic bone down. Lift your chest, head and neck. Reach your legs up and open. Breathe. Stay with it. And exhale. Make that pillow. Left cheek down and soften. Chin to the earth, you're going to bend your knees, you're going to reach back to take the ankles with the hands. And as you grab the ankles, try to encourage your knees to stay together. Flex your feet. When you're ready, press down to inhale, lift and open. Stay with your breathing, keep lifting, keep creating more space. Lift up and surrender down. Right cheek on the ground, soften. Bit by bit, our body opens. Bring your hands under your shoulders, bring your knees wide, and gently come back. So you're releasing in the opposite direction, so just be really mindful as you soften back into your child's pose. Breathe as you release yourself down. And then coming up, and let's just swing our legs out in front of us. Sitting up nice and tall again. Always an option to come onto a book, a block, a cushion if we feel like we're a little bit scooping back, or if our hamstrings are too tight or our lower back. So if you feel like you're slightly collapsed. From here, you're going to bend your right knee, plant your right foot in your right thigh, lift to length and rotate so that your navel is in line with your left knee. Extend your right hand up. And you're going to take your right hand and bring it outside of your left leg. So outside at any point. If you can reach your foot, fantastic. Keep that rotation and then soften forward and down and bring your left hand across the top of your right as you fold over. Now encourage your right knee to keep moving towards the earth, opening through that hip. Keep drawing the right side waist forward, stretching it out, but root both sit bones down into the earth. And then come into your breath. So you might just be here, that's okay. Wherever you are, you're surrendering in, releasing your body bit by bit. How's your breath right now? And then softly release the grip and just rotate yourself all the way forward over your bent knee, lengthen, and see about folding down over that. Now, your left hip is going to lift, so root it, keep that rotation, and then softly bring it up. Bring both feet to touch, lift your heart, and then exhale, surrendering down. So again, knowing that you're not trying to get anywhere, just allow your body to move bit by bit. Try to keep your spine straight. Keep that energy line really strong so that the prana can move from the head to the tailbone. And then bringing it up, bring that right knee in, straighten that leg out. Left foot rests against your right thigh. Remove any flesh, alternate. Left arm up across the body, outside the right leg, to the foot if that's there. Right arm crosses over the left wrist and then sink in. So again, this time you're trying to lengthen the left armpit and hip away from each other as you surrender down, bringing your head towards your shin. So forward bending is really good for the nervous system. It's kind of like shutting out all the noise, all the outside stuff, and just coming back into what's real. You here, this moment, your breath. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, just being present. And then slowly walking all the way over, release, come back. Lengthen to rotate and surrender over your left knee. And again, try to keep your right hip to the earth. Feel how great it is to be releasing through the body. And then coming up. Breathe. Bring both legs nice and wide here. So as wide as feels comfortable for you. Again, remove the flesh. And always good to sit up on a block here if we feel like we need that little bit of a pelvic tilt. From here, bring your hands in front of you, find that space, and exhale slowly, start to come down. So as your heels reach out, start to soften your body down. Keep pressing out through the heels, keep focusing on your breath. With each inhale, you lengthen. With each exhale, you surrender down. Again, it doesn't matter how far you go, it's as long as your body is opening without injuring, you're in the right place. Use the energy that's there to bring you that space in your spine and in your hips. And then softly walk it in. Wonderful. Take the back of the knees to draw them in front of you and then just flip-flop right to left. And then from here, straighten out your legs. Remove any flesh from the sit bones. Float the hands up nice and tall and then exhale, coming forward and down. Again, calves, shins, ankles. If you get your feet, lift and surrender down. Breathing into your forward fold.
Again, working your elbows towards the ground, keep lengthening the spine, keep stretching out through that back body. With each inhalation you find length, and with each exhalation you come down a little further. So as we turn inward, you might tend to reflect on your practice, berate yourself if you couldn't do things you normally can, give yourself praise if you got into something that you normally haven't. Just see if you can let all of that go, because none of it matters. Some days you can, some days you can't. Some days you're better, some days you're not. It's that ebb and flow of life. Just be with right now, this moment, your breathing, your body, right here. And then gently bring it up. Wonderful, bend your knees and softly lower down onto your back. Then when you get here, just bending your knees and bring your heels in towards your bum. Lift your hips up over to the right and then pop them down again. Bring your right knee over your left and let's drop your knee to the left as you extend your right hand to the right gaze over your right shoulder and come into that twist. Opening, breathing, reaching the hip away from the armpit. Find that steadiness. Looking up, come back, heels to the ground. This time, butt up and over to the left. Left knee over your right. Knees over to the right and extend your hand to the left. Just twisting out any last minute tension that's in your lower back, your upper back, your shoulder. Then come back in, reposition your hips, bring your knees into your chest, squeeze them nice and tightly, and then extend and expand into a very well-deserved Shavasana. So our Shavasana is where we integrate all of the practice. Let your body melt onto the earth, signaling to the nervous system that everything's okay. Take a long, deep breath in, fill the lungs completely, and then exhale. Sink further into the earth. Take a long, deep breath in, and again, just release. Let your toes relax, the soles of your feet, your ankles. Soften your calves, your shins, your knees. Relax your thighs. Melt your hips. Allow your belly to relax. Let the lungs fall to the back of the rib cage as you feel your shoulder blades releasing. Relax the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms. Relax the wrists, the palms, the fingers. Let your head and neck melt into the earth. Soften the eyes around the sockets. Relax the skin around the face. Let the tongue gently melt into the mouth. The entire body resting, releasing, and letting go. Forget about enlightenment. Sit down wherever you are and listen to the wind in your veins. Feel the love, the longing, and the fear in your bones. Open your heart to who you are right now, not who you would like to be, not the saint you're striving to become, but this being right here, before you, inside you and around you. All of you is holy. You are already more and less than whatever you can know. Breathe out, look in, let go. Staying here if you feel like you have time and you could just rest a little more. As long as possible, the longer the better. But if we are ready to move, bring your knees to your chest, roll softly to your right side. Take a moment or two here with your head resting on your right arm. Connect in with this version of you now and remember the version that came first to your mat this morning. Sense the similarities and notice the differences. And then when you're ready, only if you're moving, slowly bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. This time our palms are facing upwards, index and thumb finger connected. And as you settle into this space, take a moment to thank yourself for giving yourself this time, for looking in and letting go. Thanking yourself for this amazing physical body that you've got, the ability of your mind, your presence. Then remembering someone or something that's in your life right now that loves you dearly and that you love dearly. Whether you have them living with you physically or whether you just get to speak to them occasionally on the phone. Just thinking of that person you're truly grateful you have in your life. Imagining them with you and feeling that warm exchange of love, and allow it to fill your heart with gratitude and joy. And then gently bring the hands in front of the heart into prayer, remembering the intention you placed on this morning's practice. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be parted from freedom's true joy. May all beings dwell in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Bring your hands to the space between your eyebrows and bow forward to seal in your practice. Namaste.